Hi there. It is a lovely Thursday. It is a bit overcast. It's not very warm, but it is a lovely day. And I hope that you are having a lovely day. I wanted to talk to you about superheroes. One thing that's happened surprisingly to me over lockdown is that as a family we have become fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We have started watching, and in fact we've watched them all except for one. We haven't watched the Hulk yet, but we've watched all the Marvel superhero movies over the last 12 months. We've set aside Marvel movie nights, and we have enjoyed them. We've become superhero fans, and we've each got our own favorite superheroes. But of course what we do know is that these men and women on our TV screens and in our cinema screens that have these incredible super strength and superpowers are not the reality of what we see walking around our streets and encountering in our communities each and every day. These superheroes are not real. They're part of the imagination of a man called Stan Lee. But we do have superheroes. This week we lost Captain Sir Tom Moore, a man who was 100 years old, a man who set about to do something simple because he saw that there was a need. He recognized that the NHS was going to need extra funding because of this pandemic, this COVID that was starting out and starting to spread across the country and was going to fill up the hospitals and put the hospitals under pressure. And so he decided that what he wanted to do at the age of 99 was to try and walk 100 times around his back garden before he turned 100. And his hope was that he might be lucky enough to raise £1,000 to give to the NHS. Of course, what we do know is that doing this simple act of walking around his back garden raised £39 million for the NHS. His legacy is not the £39 million that he raised. His legacy is that one man doing a simple thing when he recognized a need can have such a massive impact. That's his legacy. That's what makes him a superhero. Not any super strength. He was a man who didn't have millions of followers on Instagram or Twitter. He's a man who didn't have billions of pounds in his bank, and yet he has made such a massive impact on this nation and maybe even further afield because of what he did. That's something that surely has got to speak to us, to you and to me as ordinary people who don't have a massive online presence, who don't have massive big bank accounts, but who do look around and see injustice and do look around and see need. And we can moan about it and complain about it, or we can do something about it. Now, we might not be able to do something huge and massive, but that doesn't mean that it won't have an impact and won't make a difference. I do know this, is if we don't do anything, we won't make a difference. If we choose to say nothing or do nothing, it will just continue as it is. Captain Tom Moore could have moaned. He could have said the government have got to do more. The government have got to give more. The government have got to take money away from one area and pump it into the NHS. But he decided that he wanted to do something, even if it was something small. And he made a massive difference. Throughout the Bible and throughout history, we see men and women who rise up and do incredible things. They weren't incredible people before they did anything. They were ordinary people like you and me, but who spotted something that needed action or needed words and didn't hold back. They chose to do something. God raises up simple men and women like you and me in times of need, who act out upon that need, who see a need, who see an injustice and choose to do something about it, who recognize somebody who is lonely and alone and pick up the phone and phones them and talks to them and encourages them, who sees somebody who is hungry and feeds them, who sees somebody who is naked and clothes them, who sees somebody who has nothing and shares what they have with them. That's what God wants us to do. That's what God asks us to do. Don't discount the incredible impact that you can make by a simple act of kindness, or a simple word of encouragement, or a simple word of kindness. That is the legacy of Captain Sir Tom Moore, and that is the legacy that you can have in this world. It might not raise £39 million, it might not change the lives of millions of people, but if it changes the life of one person, then it's enough. You are a superhero. You can be a superhero. Not because you've got an Iron Man suit or a shield of the hardest metal in the world, but because you have the Spirit of God in you, and He's nudging you and calling you to do something. So do it. Take care of yourself. Keep looking after those people who are in your care, and stay sensible in the things that we're doing. God bless, and goodbye.